It's Word Time with Princess.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Word Time with Princess. I trust you had an amazing day. Thank you so much for always joining me here. I really do appreciate. Okay, today we're going to be looking at something beautiful. Happy New Month. Happy New Month. Happy New Month. Last week we talked about use what you have. All right. I told us that there's something in our hands that education, cannot really give us that thing. As much as education is good, it's fine, it's okay, it's beautiful, get that knowledge, but then there is something beyond education. There is something beyond that thing you're doing. There's something God has given to you. There's a reason for your existence. All right, so this month we are going to be looking at something amazing. And if you have followed us from the beginning of Wordtime with Princess until now, you know that our first topic ever was love. We talked about love. The second topic was components of love, and from there we went to self-love and the rest of them. So today we're going to be looking at love redefined. We defined it before. Okay, we talked about what it was before, or what it is, but we're going to look at it again. We're going to look at it again, come to a better understanding of what this love is all about. Okay, 2 John 1:2, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should in it. Apostle John was called John the Beloved because of his understanding about the love of God. John had an understanding of love, and he seems to enjoy it more than any other apostle. Okay, so John explains what love is. And this is love. Many people have a wrong interpretation of what love is. Please, love is not your emotions. Love is not that thing you're feeling at that point. Someone who loves you will love you unconditionally and be willing to fit into you. The person will be concerned about the little details about you, fit into your vision, help you walk. So we have had a wrong interpretation of love, and it has destroyed so many lives today. It has destroyed so many lives. Love liberates you from the heaviness of the heart. Please go back and listen to it. If you want to understand it, go from the beginning. Love, it liberates you from the heaviness of the heart. The sharp absorber of offenses is love. It will come, offenses will come. But what will make it look like this person did not even offend me? Or maybe people are expecting you to quarrel, or maybe shout or hit or beat and all of those. They're expecting you to do that thing, and then you are not doing it because you understand the commandment. Love is the greatest commandment. Love is God. Love is the identity of God. He redefined love by giving us the true concept of love directly from the Father. Every believer should know what love from the perspective of God is. That is the only way you can love without reservation. Every believer should know what love is from the perspective, from what God is saying directly, just like John the Beloved, directly from the Father. He was understanding it. That was why it was easy for him to flow with even those that did not like him. Anyone who is not walking after his commandment does not know love. You cannot call it love. So, beloved brother and sister, aunties and brothers, the person prophesying love to you that is not born again is not love. The person that is prophesying love to you that is not born again, how can you give what you don't have? You don't have, can I don't know, let me use the word God factor. You don't have God in you. You're not yet born again. You don't know what He is saying. You don't know that when you love, you can when you love somebody, you can correct in love, not correct, not telling the person, using one foul word like that, or maybe slapping somebody because you are no. Is that what the commandment is saying now? Check it. So that brother, that sister, that person that is telling you I love you, and the person is not born again. Being born again does not mean the person is going to church. Christianity is not that you are going to church regularly, you're just let's go to church, making it a religion. No. Now I need you to understand that there are three kinds of love. There are three major kinds of love, okay? First one is eros, eros. This is called a sexual love. This has a lot to do with chemicals with it, and it is stirred up by sexual affections. A man can sleep with you and still beat you up. A man can still, sleep with you and all of those, and he will still bounce on you and he'll beat you. Eros is a momentary love which lasts within a period, affection stirred up. So I need now, like I told us earlier, I said that love is not an emotion thing. Love is not a feeling. So it can actually fade. When all those you're feeling thing fades, it's not love. So I need you to understand that it's not love, okay? So sexual things is not love. Second thing I need to understand is the second type of love, or the second kind of love, that is filial. This is friendship love. This is motivated by carnal things. In as much as when you love someone, you give the person and all of those. But when there is no love, when you don't have God in you, you try to just push the thing by getting things, trying to entice the person and keep the relationship or the friendship going by gifts, okay? It's carnal things like giving what eyes can see, physical attractions when all are gone and love finishes. Now the third and most important kind of love, that is the major one here, that is agape. This is God's kind of love. This love is selfless, unconditional, not chemical but divine. Agape love is kind, gentle, meek, tolerant. It tolerates your flaws. Like, it doesn't judge you by your flaws. It's accommodating, it's compassionate, it's caring. Please, if you want to understand, if you want to have a better understanding of this teaching, you can go back to Wordtimewithprincess from the beginning. If you have followed this, you know that from the beginning of this word time we talked about love, then the components, then self-love. So if you want to have an understanding of it, you can go back and listen to it. Okay, this kind of love are needed in friendships. All these kinds of love, they are needed in friendship, but the most important kind of one is agape. That is the most important. So whatever you're doing, that person prophesying love to you, please check again. Check his root. Check what he thinks love is, for his own, understanding. If he doesn't have God, he doesn't have love. Okay. No unbeliever has agape because it can be sourced from God. You cannot give what you don't have. No unbeliever has love because it can only be sourced from God. He can't have it except he receives the source, which is Christ. Being kind cannot substitute the spirit of love received by new birth. A man can be kind to you, be nice at first sight and all of those, but when the matter will be hot, you know that your face will receive a resounding one. Do you understand me? So when you start showing all of those your characters and all of this, when you'll be able to know if the person can tolerate, is when you put up with some of those your antics, some of those your childishness, and things you think you should be pampered now, or maybe corrected in love. Now the love of God corrects in love. So someone can be telling you I love you, but when you mess up, you receive a slap. So that the person is nice to you doesn't mean he cannot slap you. Thank you. Okay, agape love has self-control. God's kind of love, it has self-control. Now lastly, I would like you to understand that John told us that God is love, and any man who loves is born of God and knows God. The test to know love is, okay, the litmus test to know love is when you have God. So what shows that you know love, or that now from the beginning I told us, go back and check it. I told us that word I love you means a lot. It carries weight. So be careful you are telling someone I love you, because that thing, if you're not ready to walk, if you're not ready to, please go and check. Don't go and say what you don't have an understanding of. Okay? Now, I need you to understand that love is an identity of God. Lastly, love is an identity of God. If you don't know God, you cannot know love. Know God, know love. Alright? Thank you so much for your time. Please, if you want to have a better understanding of this teaching, if you want to get it from the grassroots, go back to Wordtimewithprincess. From the beginning of Wordtimewithprincess, we talked about love and components of love and self-love. So if you want to understand it better, you can go tune in, watch, and share to somebody. Thank you so much for always staying here. I love you and I appreciate. Please don't forget to subscribe, watch, share to somebody. Keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep introducing somebody to Wordtimewithprincess, and God will continue to bless you. Thank you so much, and happy new month once again. Celebrate love. Let love lead this season. Please, pure love, let it lead this season. Thank you. I love you. See you next week Sunday. Bye.
It's Word Time with Princess.
The biggest prophecy that will determine your future are your friends. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are.
Every Sunday by 5 p.m. Follow us on this social media platforms: Facebook, Princess Chidiera Job; YouTube, Word Time with Princess. We inspire you to a great height.